He's so stupid. He's a dog, he's a pig, he's a con, a bullshit artist, a mutt who doesn't know what he's talking about, doesn't do his homework, doesn't care, thinks he's gaming society, doesn't pay his taxes. He's an idiot. Colin Powell said it best. He's a national disaster. He's an embarrassment to this country. It makes me so angry that this country has gotten to this point, that this fool, this bozo, has wound up where he has. He talks how he wants to punch people in the face. Well, I'd like to punch him in the face. This is somebody that we want for president? I don't think so.
Robert De Niro's unfiltered assessment of Donald Trump has become one of Hollywood's most enduring political statements. The legendary actor, known for his measured performances on screen, has taken an unusually public and passionate stance against the former president. Today, we examine this high-profile rivalry between two prominent New York figures and what it reveals about our divided political landscape. De Niro's criticisms began well before Trump's presidency. Back in 2011, when Trump was primarily known as a reality television personality and real estate developer, De Niro was already expressing skepticism about Trump's public persona.
8 years, we've heard you talk about the former president. You have called him a fraud, a con artist. You've said he's a New Yorker like you, and you have watched this brand of BS.
What started as mild criticism evolved into increasingly severe condemnations as Trump entered politics. By 2016, as Trump's presidential campaign gained momentum, De Niro's rhetoric intensified dramatically. The actor, typically private about his political views, began speaking out at public events, award ceremonies, and in media interviews. Perhaps the most notorious moment in this ongoing feud came during the 2018 Tony Awards. In what became a viral moment, De Niro abandoned his prepared remarks and instead delivered a blunt, profanity-laden statement about the president that sent shockwaves through the audience and across social media. The incident marked a significant escalation, transforming what had been occasional criticism into what appeared to be a personal mission for De Niro. Following this public denouncement, the actor became even more outspoken, using increasingly clinical terminology to describe Trump.
So he's a sociopathic, psychopathic, malignant narcissist.
Beyond mere insults, De Niro's criticisms evolved to include what he presented as psychological assessments of Trump's character and fitness for office.
I think of how absurd it is, and this might be the one case where that could be it for him. It's a state case. He's sick. He is really, genuinely a sick person that somehow has been allowed into our system.
These characterizations went beyond political disagreement, suggesting a deeper concern about Trump's mental state and its implications for governance. De Niro, drawing on his decades of portraying complex characters, frequently framed his criticism in terms of character analysis rather than policy disagreement. As Trump faced various legal challenges, De Niro continued his commentary, often appearing satisfied that the legal system was finally addressing behaviors he had long criticized.
Does it give you some sense, not of joy, but of relief at least, that he's potentially facing some consequences? Because, as you've said before, this guy's a con artist, and he's gotten away with it for years.
And I'm tired of calling him names. He just can't be anywhere near the office of the presidency. He actually became president. He could have done good things. Instead, he had to do it all wrong.
In a remarkable display of his commitment to this cause, De Niro moved beyond words to physical presence, attending Trump's trial proceedings in person. This unusual step for a celebrity of his stature demonstrated the depth of his concern and determination to witness the legal process firsthand. The image of the Academy Award-winning actor sitting in a courtroom, observing the former president's trial, Donald Trump, well known for responding to his critics, did not remain silent about De Niro's repeated criticisms.
You've played a lot of bad guys. Would you ever play Donald Trump?
Never. There's nothing about him, there's not one redeeming thing in him that I can see, ever. So, as we all know, so narcissistic and self-centered. Historically, from what I see, Even in Nazi Germany, they had it with Hitler.
Responses to De Niro's criticisms followed his established pattern of counterpunching against celebrities who speak out against him. Using his preferred platforms, Trump dismissed De Niro's critiques while questioning the actor's relevance and mental stability. In characteristic fashion, Trump responded to De Niro's criticisms through social media, employing the same combative style he used against other critics. Trump referred to De Niro as punchy and claimed the actor was a very low IQ individual. He suggested that De Niro had received too many shots to the head by real boxers in movies, implying that the actor's film roles had somehow affected his cognitive abilities. Trump also questioned De Niro's continued relevance in the entertainment industry, suggesting that the actor's career was in decline, a claim that stands in contrast to De Niro's continued prominence in major film projects.
I'm going to say one thing. Fuck Trump!
What makes this feud particularly intriguing represents a clash between two versions of New York success stories.
Who Donald Trump was in 2016. You're a lifetime New Yorker, so is he, and you said the country does not realize who this fraudster is, and not enough people listened. Do you think they'll listen now?
Either for self-preservation, because they actually believe it, or they're deluding themselves, or whatever. But then when that happens, and you walk into a restaurant, you see people you used to know, and all of a sudden they're just not opposing it. They're going with the flow.
Beyond merely criticizing Trump, De Niro has frequently used his platform to call for continued resistance against Trump's political movement. These calls for continued opposition reveal De Niro's belief that constant pressure and scrutiny are necessary to counter Trump's influence on American politics. De Niro's opposition to Trump has translated into explicit support for President Biden, whom he sees as a necessary alternative.
You think Joe Biden's the right guy?
We don't have a choice, and I think he is the right guy. He's a good guy. He's trying to do the right thing, and we don't have a choice.
This pragmatic endorsement reflects De Niro's prioritization of removing Trump from office over any idealized vision of political leadership.
Yeah!